Welcome, my name is Chris Melky. I'm the editor of SouthernDistillingNews.com, and this is a very special episode because this is our inaugural episode where we start spirit reviews. So I just wanted to kick it off with a spirit from Anderson, South Carolina. This is Palmetto Distillery and their Palmetto aged whiskey. So we have our first spirit and aged whiskey. So this is actually the brainchild of Brian and Trey Boggs. They are businessmen out of Anderson, South Carolina also. And what it is that their ancestor, his name was Doc, actually was a bootlegger and a moonshiner. He uses to supplement his income. I guess back in early days, he was what is called a trapper. A trapper would control the traffic in and out of the mines via music, and Doc's contributions to the music world were recognized by the Smithsonian. So the nice thing about this is that if you look at their bottle, their logo is the palm and the cross logs, and this is supposed to be a replica of some of the South Carolina dispensary bottles that were in existence back in 1893 to about 1900. So they're trying to bring about that aura when the dispensary actually controlled the state liquor at that time. And the bottles are very special because the craftsmen that made the bottles and etched the bottles and everything else were on site. And also the liquor was made on site. So they're kind of nodding to their heritage. So I have a sample here of the liquor, of the whiskey. It's actually in a Glencairn glass, and I usually let it warm up for about 5 minutes or something like that while I'm shooting, and then go right into the sampling. So let's take a look at it on the nose. Okay, so I'm getting some vanilla, some caramel. It has some malt. It's got a very sweet flavor, not harsh at all, so that would be good for any initial whiskey drinkers. Also, what I'm getting a hint of is some pralines. It's nice. It's got a little bit of a nutty flavor on the nose. So this is one of the things you do that I find interesting, is that you want to see what the legs are of the liquor, so you swirl it around in the glass, and the more the liquor coats the side of the glass, it means that it's a little bit thicker. So this liquor actually is, to me, a little bit thicker. So that means that you'll get more of an aftertaste in the liquor, because you have a little bit of more residue on the glass than a thinner alcohol. So let's take a taste. It's very nice. You have, again, notes of caramel, and then you also have some vanilla in there. And then what you also have there are, what I'm tasting is a little bit of honey. And on the finish, you have it as a lot more of that aftertaste is lingering, because the liquor is a little bit thicker. It definitely has that, it's not a thin whiskey. So you're getting a little bit more of the malt on the back end, and it's definitely one of those things that it's a very nice aftertaste, that you definitely is one of those things that you can savor as you're sitting out on your porch on a hot summer evening. So one of the things that we can do is is, of course, there's always drink recipes. And what we'll do is we'll pick up here and take a look at it. So what we're going to do is make a traditional whiskey sour. So I got a little bit of ice in here, and it's kind of warmed up in the glass. Palmetto was nice enough to provide me a glass. So what they say to do a whiskey sour is 1.5 ounces of Palmetto whiskey. So I'm just use this to pour some water in a glass that was in here before. So 1.5 ounces is usually 1.5 shots. So let's go ahead. Cheers. And we'll do a half. Oop. So this is why my wife doesn't let me near any table. So also what they're saying is that you want an ounce of lemon juice. So I'm going to go back to my back bar here. I'm going to pull out some lemon juice. So I just want an ounce of lemon juice here. That'll definitely make it sour, so that's one of the good things about that. And then what I have here is they say it's a ½ ounce of simple syrup. So I bought some Master Mixes simple syrup here, and just open that on up. And this will go a long way, so it just needs a ½ ounce of that, which is a half a shot. And then, yeah, that won't work if I cap it that way. So I'm going to throw this over here next to the lemon juice, cap the whiskey. And then for the piece de resistance, you have a maraschino cherry. So we're going to throw that in the glass here. Stir it up a little bit. Now this is supposed to be a whiskey sour from Palmetto Distillery. Now my mother used to drink these, which is really good. That's very good. Very refreshing, very nice. An excellent thing to drink on a hot summer evening. So, you know, like there's, so Palmetto Distillery, if you go to palmettomoonshine.com, it has a whole bunch of, or palmettodistillery.com, it has a whole bunch of recipes up there. And this is just for their aged whiskey. Also, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be posting these reviews on our website, so you can go off and you know, take a look. This is the inaugural review that will be going up, so take a look for that. And my name is Chris Mielke, and I'll be signing off for SouthernDistillingNews.com. Thanks for tuning in, and look for our next review soon.